Today, we're finally gonna pull the car out, get ready for Bonneville. We have 30 days before we gotta leave, so we're on a little bit of a schedule, but we should have plenty of time to get everything done. We got a checklist of a few things we gotta take care of. A few things on my tech list from last November. Get the car tuned up and running good again and get ready for Bonneville. I have to figure out how I'm going to put the parachute on. I have to have a pull lever handle. I have to route a cable through the back, and the parachute mount is going to go on my push bar. So I got to fabricate all of that. I'm not required to have a chute in Bonneville because the record is lower than the requirement. But I'm going to put a parachute on anyway because a good racer friend of mine pointed out some pretty obvious things about safety, and if I'm spinning and that chute comes out, that's what's going to keep me going straight and not spinning and rolling. And so anyway, it's a safety thing, and you know, when he said he wouldn't run a car without a chute, it really made me stop and think about my family, my life. So it was just got a little bit of a reality check. So I'm putting the chute on anyway. I bought a chute from Stroud. I just have to figure out how to mount it all and get it working. So, yay. Bonneville's in a few weeks now. I'm gonna get a couple runs in without the parachute. I don't wanna have to deal with pulling the chute, packing the chute, doing all this stuff when I don't really know what the car's gonna feel like or do. So I wanna kinda get some seat time feeling the car out first. So, providing everything goes pretty smoothly and I get to feel the car out more, I can always put the chute on. I'm building two mounts. This will be without parachute mount. This one will be the parachute mount. There's a 1-inch pin that holds the chute. And there's a mount. This mount that'll get welded right about here. The parachute will eject out, catch the wind, and stop me. Finish this push bar mount with parachute. Parachute bag will mount right there. Strap will pin right there. And push bar. It's gonna look good. I got the cable run through, and it's just running along right now. I decided to go under through a louver rather than drilling a hole in the back of the body. It just didn't seem like a good idea. There's Nova. I'm making parachute mount for the handle. I cut a piece of stainless, had a series of cut lines and gave it a little shape. And I got this old, it looks like someone cast up a Model A handle. It's funny, I'm gonna use this for my chute. And it's gonna come out of here like so. Once I get all this welded up and a flange welded on the bottom of that plate, I can bolt it down to the dash in the car. Handle's gonna come out right there. That Model AT handle I was telling you about. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. So here's the mount. Smooth action. I don't know where the handle is right now. But yeah. It's lining up perfectly with everything in my dash. I had to extend this head hoop bar. It used to come to right about there, but they wanted me to extend it further. The head hoops keep your head from going side to side in the event of an accident or spinning around or whatever. I'm excited to get to the shop today. I'm gonna weigh the car and I can start figuring out some center of gravity and center of pressure. Super excited to see what happens, feel it out. My good friend Gary Schroeder was nice enough to lend me his scales so that I could weigh the car. These scales are made for race cars. All kinds of racing. This is older technology. A lot of them are Bluetooth now, but they work just great. So I totally messed up. Apparently you have to turn the computer on with no weight on the car so it zeroes the scales. So I had to put it back on the blocks. I put a little piece of 1/2 inch under there too to make it a little easier to get back on the scales. So that was fun. It's always something. I forgot to film earlier. I weighed the car. It was very interesting. 2,799 pounds. It's a little heavier than I thought it was gonna be, but it makes sense because, you know, like my Roadster is 2,500 pounds, 600 or 700 pounds of roll cage and stuff like that. So I guess it makes sense. But I'm pretty averaged out from side to side. I'm within 1% from side to side, and I'm in within 6.5% from front to rear, the rear being heavier. In Bonneville with land speed, you also need traction. I never really built the car trying to make it super light because a lot of guys add weight in the rear to get better traction. I'm within 300 pounds from front to rear. It's good, it's all interesting. I'm gonna go home right now and I'm gonna crunch the numbers and start doing the science-y crap. I finished up the things I needed to finish up to get through tech at Speed Week, and also a few changes I wanted to make on the car. The guys are here today at the shop, and we're going to have a crew meeting, go over some basic responsibilities, and then we're going to get everything loaded up and ready to head out of town. Today we are going to undisclosed location for a photo shoot with the race car. My friend Brandon set this whole magazine shoot up for some high-end cars, and it's going to be cool. It was going to be a studio shoot, but now it's a location shoot, which I was a little bummed about because the thought of putting the car in a studio sounded really pretty awesome to me. But it'll be cool. We'll have a good time. So the car's loaded up in the trailer for the first time, and it's going to pretty much stay in the trailer because in a couple of days we're leaving for Bonneville. Do some racing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty crazy. It looks cool with these pillars, huh?
What are we doing?
We're going to Bonneville today.
What time is it in the morning?
Early. Harrison hasn't even talked to me yet. It's that early.
It's too early for that shit.
We're as close to Area 51 as we can get. Toxic waste. No, we're here. We're on the salt. Look at it. It's nice and dry. Nice and hard.
Much better than last time, huh?
Totally 100% different than last year.
Yeah.
So this is good.
It's gonna be out. It's just that easy now, right?
That's the second time this happened. No, we let it happen that time.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we passed tech.
Yeah. So what was, I mean, anything weird?
No, absolutely not. Nothing at all. No problems. Everything's copacetic.
Yeah.
Got some questions answered about the parachute mount.
Yep.
It's all good too. I mean, we're ready to go. I turned $1 into $33.10.
Wow.